Dare to be different, dare to be free, dare to roam far like wind on the sea. Fly like a gull, soar high on the air, be strong in your courage when others despair. Never in anger, never in haste, go without pride, be never abased. Freedom is yours, if freedom you'll give, to all give it freely, in freedom you'll live. Mountains that stand up tall to the sky, tell us no dreaming is ever too high. Dare to defy them, brave that high peak, you'll never know failure if bravely you seek. Dare to be different, dare to be free, dare to roam far like wind on the sea. Fly like a gull, soar high on the air, be strong in your courage when others despair.
There is a certain kind of transfer, even going through seminaries and things like that. There is definitely a spiritual law of transfer. It's like a relay race where you pass the baton to somebody else, and it keeps on being passed. This divine power is the most important aspect of what the Guru really gives. And that power is something that germinates from within yourself. That power is something that can be transmitted. It can be transmitted more by those who have more to transmit. But if your destiny is to go in a particular way, Master said millions would find God through this way. And that's quite a statement. But I remember him saying, not just thousands, millions, I have seen it. He was saying through his Bhagavad Gita interpretations, but he meant the teaching, the power, all of it that went with it, not just the words in a book. That wouldn't give it to anybody. But this power is the power of the divine, and those who find this karmic link with that, this is the way through which the divine will work. If we had all been born in Master's lifetime, then how would this thing continue? It was necessary for us to be born at different times so that that message could continue. And each one of us needs to understand his role in transmitting that power on to other people. Again, those people who... You remember a passage in the autobiography where Master said that he had received Kriya initiation from his Sanskrit tutor, Ananda, from his father, and then from Sri Yukteswar. And he said neither his father nor Ananda had been able to give the same power that Sri Yukteswar was able to. That was because Sri Yukteswar was his guru, yes. It was also because he was more enlightened. So it's true that each of us can give more according to what he has. But the germ that we can pass on is a living thing all the same. And this kind of power is something that can change your lives in ways that mere instruction could not do. So the Guru is one who teaches you in these several ways. One, by giving you high teaching, by not having personal likes and dislikes that would influence what he's saying, which most teachers will do in one way or another. Either to keep their disciples, they'll water down what they're saying at a time when the disciple needs something heavy, they won't give it to him and they'll flatter his ego or something. That's what lesser teachers are often guilty of. Or because of their own prejudices, they will twist some of the central teachings to sort of reflect their own likes and dislikes, their prejudices. Or they'll apply those prejudices, they won't understand the truths clearly, and they'll apply them in their teaching of other people. A true guru sees things clearly and sees your own needs clearly. Secondly, a guru will be able to transmit power. And that magnetism that he's able to transmit is the real thing on the spiritual path. Attunement with the guru really is everything. It's a ray of divine power coming through him to the world, into the world. And it's sort of like having, remember yesterday I used the illustration of the magnet. You put these two pieces of metal together, one of them is magnetized, and that magnetism becomes transferred. So by proximity to the guru or by attunement with the guru, and the attunement is more important than the physical proximity. People can be in tune with the guru wherever they are, and you just feel that he's with you. Whereas when you're with him, if you aren't mentally in tune, you'll get some magnetism, but it won't give you God. That inner divine contact is something you can have on other parts of the planet.
Welcome again, friends. I'd like to start today with the reading from the Raja Yoga book, the chapter on the Guru, on magnetism rather. I remember once sitting with a group of other monks in the presence of my Guru. The conversation was of purely mundane matters. Yet, suddenly I felt as if my forehead was opening. My consciousness soared out into a freedom it had never tasted before. One had only to sit in Master's presence for a few minutes to feel the weight of problems and worries lift mysteriously, to be replaced by a deep peace. Whenever I meditated with him, I felt as if a strong magnet were drawing my consciousness to the Christ center between the eyebrows. Sometimes he would merely look at me, and a strange power entered my heart, thrilling it with divine love. This is a very important topic because we have to realize that God's power is flowing through the Guru to us. Upliftment, joy, strength, magnetism, his experience of God, the light, the spiritual eye, the Om vibration, all are flowing from the Guru. Our experience of God is flowing from the Guru. The ability to find God, to make spiritual progress, that's coming from the Guru. Of course, we have to do our part. But the Guru, Master said, I killed Yogananda long ago. No one dwells in this temple now but God. And so through the Guru, that power of God to bring us in contact with God is coming through the Guru to the disciple. I was remembering some of the examples of this. One was Swamiji said when he met Master, Master blessed him at the heart and put his finger there, and his hand was vibrating, his arm was vibrating for at least 2 minutes. And Swamiji said, I didn't feel anything at that time. But he said, from that moment on, my whole life changed. I was completely changed. We have to realize that that touch from the Guru is through everything that we do, through the ceremonies that we do, purification and kriya and discipleship and satsangs and readings and everything that we do, that Master's trying to touch us and uplift us. And the story of Dr. Lewis, when Master placed his forehead at Dr. Lewis's forehead, Doctor was asking about the spiritual light, the spiritual eye. And Master's power went into Doctor's forehead and opened the light of the spiritual eye. And also at the 1,000-petaled lotus, he was able to see the light there. And a wonderful story of Master's sisters were asking, this is in Hare Krishna Ghosha's book, and they were asking for some sign that God existed. And Master first, he said, no, I'm not going to show you. And then they kept asking him with some deep sincerity. So he said, all right. So there was a room full of people. He had them leave, except for Hare Krishna, who was, I think he was 15 or something like that at the time. And he said, Hare Krishna, you stay here. You turn off the light and you shut the door. And Master sat and Hare Krishna sat side by side, and the sisters sat in front of them. And as Hare Krishna says in his writings, in his book, he said Master repeated a few slokas. Hare Krishna didn't know what he was saying. And then he said he saw the faces of his mother and his aunt different. There was light there. And then after a while, Master said, Hare Krishna, now open the door and turn on the light. And Hare Krishna looked at his mother's face. It was completely transformed. And he said, Mother, what did you see? And she said, I just can't express what I saw. And so later on, Master told Hare Krishna, he said, I've shown your mother and your aunt Bhagavan Jyoti, the light of God. We have to realize that God's power is flowing. If we get in tune through the Guru, if we get in tune with that, we feel that power, we're able to see the light, we're able to hear the Om, we're able to meditate deeply, we're able to feel the chakras, we're able to feel the energy in the spine lifting up, we're able to feel the openness at the point between the eyebrows. We're able to really make spiritual progress, but that link has to be there and it has to grow. It's like a seed. It has to grow deeper and deeper and deeper. What are we drawing from the Guru? Well, we're drawing his spiritual power. We're drawing his experience of God. We're drawing his magnetism, his energy. We're drawing his light. We're drawing his inspiration. We're drawing his ideas. We're drawing his thoughts. We're drawing his power. We're drawing everything that he's able to give. And as we do that, we gain more and more and more power, but it's coming from the Guru. As Master said to Rajasi, don't forget where your power is coming from. Rajasi said, I won't forget, Master. I know it's coming from you. So every talk we give, every yoga class, every chant we do, every song we sing, everything, if we're tuned to the Guru, it has power behind it. I remember when we would be with Swamiji, and before I give that example, I remember I had Kriya before coming to Ananda, and I have to say I was struggling. I really didn't get it. I wasn't energizing well. I was energizing sometimes and certainly not well. And the other practices weren't very good at all either. But once I got to Ananda and I got with Swamiji, Master through him taught me. And I remember I went to Swamiji when I first got there. I said, I feel Master sent me to you for training. And when I took Kriya from Swamiji, it was a completely different ceremony. It was a completely different power that flowed through him, that changed my consciousness. I took it from him many times. But that power that's flowing through a direct disciple and through those who were with him. And like Swamiji said, it's like a relay. You're passing the baton. You have to get in tune with that power. Be careful the company that you keep. Be in good satsang. Be with those who were with Swamiji, if at all possible, or those who were with Swamiji or with Master. I recall times we would be with Swamiji, and it would be mundane topics like what I just read you, or we would be maybe on an outing or at a dinner or at tea with him or on a boat ride, or he'd be reading P.G. Woodhouse, or we'd be at a movie, But every time you'd leave with an uplifted consciousness and you knew you were in the power of God and gurus, there was never a mistake, no matter what was going on in that room. And I think we have to realize if the attunement is there, the power is there. I was remembering, I want to close with one story. But first of all, I want to say how that flow of magnetism from the guru, you have to draw that. You have to actively be drawing. And how do we actively draw? Well, keeping master in our minds as much as you can, chanting Om Guru during the day as much as you can. There was one disciple who would go through the day. He was with master, and he had in his mind, he had the prayer, I love you, Guru. I love you, Guru. I love you, Guru. That was his mantra. It's so sweet. And one day master passed by him. He says, I love you too. And you know that love is flowing, but we forget and we go off and do things and we're busy with this, we're busy with that. But one way to magnetically draw from the guru is to keep him in your mind, keep a picture, play his voice, play his chants, read something. You have to have a toolbox when you're during the day, you keep pulling things from there to keep the mind uplifted in the guru. Another is in meditation, magnetically feel. You can feel master's forehead is touching your forehead. He's showing you the spiritual life. Master would sometimes have put his ear next to Dr. Lewis's ear. So physically, so Dr. Lewis could hear the Om through master's body. That's a beautiful thought. But feel like he's meditating through you and just pull, magnetically draw master into your meditation, into your spine, into the chakras, up at the spiritual eye. This is a completely different meditation than looking at your watch and fumbling around and all of this. We have to really be sincerely, Master, help me to meditate deeply. Help me to be still. Help me to be less restless in my mind. And then for your daily activities, ask him, what should I do? Which way should I go? Who should I call? Give me your magnetism to do what I have to do. Give me your power. Give me your strength. My prayer is always, Master, I'll do anything you want. Give me the strength to do it. What do I mean by strength? Not just physical strength, mental strength, people strength, whatever I need to make it happen. And if we offer ourselves to Guru in that way, he will fill us with this magnetism. It's not just in meditation, it's in every detail of your life, asking the Guru to come. And finally, when you're in a difficult situation, to really pray to Master through prayer. Ask him, tell him, talk to him, let him be your constant companion. There's so many pitfalls, so many delusions, difficulties, problems. Everybody has them one day or another. As Swamiji sung, one of his songs is, you get rid of one problem and the next day you face its friend. It's just the way life is. But if Master's your constant companion, Babaji, remember the words of the gurus. Layuri Mahashaya said about Babaji, anyone calling with devotion to the name of Babaji will draw an instantaneous blessing. It's a powerful promise. How many people do it? And Lahiri Mahashaya said, I'm with all those who practice Kriya, but you can't have your mind racing and practicing Kriya. You have to be having your mind on God and gurus and Master. To those who think me near, that's an active verb, think. Those who think me near, I will be near. We have to think of the gurus with us and feel their presence there. I was remembering an incident that happened in my life, and people think, Dhyana, you're happy because you don't do anything, you don't have any problems, you just chant Om and your life is just wonderful. Well, my life is wonderful and it's full of joy, but I mean, there are difficulties that come up, but if you have attunement with Guruji's, I remember once I was walking from Swamiji's house to the ashram early on in India, and there were so many, I just arrived, I had so many difficulties, and everybody had difficulties. He had us racing from one house to the other, doing seva. He didn't answer your difficulties. He just kept giving you things to do. And I remember one time I was racing back, it was about 12 o'clock at night. And I just thought, gee, I've got so many problems, but I don't have any time. And isn't it the truth? So what happened to those problems? Because I was serving, giving my heart to Guruji, giving my heart to Swamiji, trying to help this work. Master took them away. He took them away. Or he gave me the strength to deal with them. And I remember once I was saying to Swamiji, at this particular time, same time, I said, Swamiji, I'm doing everything I can. I'm affirming, I'm chanting, I'm meditating more, I'm doing more kriyas, I'm teaching, I'm at the satsangs, I'm doing everything I can do. I'm reading, I'm listening to the music. I said, I don't know what else I can do, but I can't pull up. I can't pull out of this heaviness, this delusion. And he just said, don't worry about it. And I thought, he's not worried. I'm the one with the problems. I'm sure he's not worried. But you know what happened that night? I haven't had it before and after. I mean, these things are subtle, but this was dramatic. I went home, I went to bed, and the next morning, that heaviness, that pain was gone. And I know it was Master through Swamiji. And I went to Swamiji. I said, Swamiji, I can't believe it. I just feel so much better today. And he just said, that's good. He never took claim for anything. In fact, one time I went to him, I said, thank you so much, Swamiji, for helping me. And we should be in an attitude of being grateful, not complaining and this and that, but being great. Thank you, God. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Swamiji. And I remember Swamiji's answer when I said that to him. I just thanked him. He was very stern. He said, Dhyana, Master's helping you. And wow, that took my breath away. I thought, that's quite a statement. We have to realize Master is helping us. But if you want to be in the problems and the delusion and the worries and the fears, you can. Or you can take his hand and let him walk you through the fire. Let him walk you through every problem. And you come up much stronger and you come up with him. I mean, he can't take all of our karma. Let's face it, you can't try to give it all to the Guru, but he can certainly help you to work through it so that you come up in the end. It says in Bhagavad Gita, the Master said, if you stay with Divine Mother, you stay with God, God will never let you down. He will never let you down. I've never found it in all these decades on the path that I thought, Master, this time he let me down. Never. I'm going to close with these words from Swamiji on meditation on the Guru. Visualize the Guru sitting beside you. Mentally ask him to guide you. You can think that your body is the Guru's body, as if he were merged into you. This is what happens when the Guru enters you and fills you with divine blessings. He actually merges his astral body with yours and fills you with his magnetism. Om Shanti Shanti. I'll ask Nitendra to join now on the screen.
Thank you so much, Dhyanaji. I'll share the list of questions. The first one, Dhyanaji, is what do Master's word mean? If you shut the door, how can I come in?
Well, I think he's saying he's there, but where are you? His blessings are there. His magnetism is there. His energy is there. His power is there. His Shakti is there. I mean, to those who think me near, I am near. Thinking, think me near. So I would say that if you're got your mind on other things, for example, your problems and your worries and your doubts, Swamiji said, when I learned to love my Guru, my doubts disappeared. What a beautiful statement. You can put just about any word. When I learned to love my guru, my worries disappeared. When I learned to love my guru, my whatever, laziness or fears or anger or whatever, they disappeared. And so the statement is saying, if you open the door of your heart and keep Master there, he'll be there. There was a disciple, Mr. Koran, who Master said, I lost touch with you for several lifetimes, but I won't lose touch anymore. Senor Koran said, Master, please don't lose touch with me again. Please. He kept asking Master, please don't. Master said, I won't. And the way Swamiji described that was that the guru never lost the sight. It was Senor Koran. He went away. He shut the door. So it's up to us. You keep the door open, or you say, no, I don't want Master to see this. I don't know. I'm going to somebody else's class. No, I'm going to go to another guru. No, there's somebody else out there. He's alive. He's in a body. I'm going to him. It goes on and on. They're shutting the door. Swamiji early on, I don't really have time to tell this whole story, but he had Kriya from Master, and then some disciple of a disciple of Lahiri Mahashaya was giving 10 more initiations of Kriya. So Swamiji thought, that's all right, I guess. So he took Diksha and learned all the other initiations. And he said, as soon as I did that, a wall came down between me and Master. I think it was for 6 months. And he said, only when I stopped doing those practices did that wall come up. It's very subtle. People think they can play around, but I haven't found that to work at all.
We have a live question, Dhyanaji. Is it true that a physical guru would help that much more to accelerate the awakening? And then should we pray for a physical guru, and would that make any difference?
I think it depends on who your guru is. Your guru could be in another world, another astral world, and what does it matter? What more matters is you. So Master said that he would be with the disciples after his passing. It depends on if he's your guru, if somebody else is your guru. If somebody else is your guru who's in a body, then go to that guru. But the guru doesn't have to be alive to help you. I mean, look at all the Buddhists, look at all the Christians, look at all the disciples of Master. So it depends on who your guru is, but Master said, those are his own words about helping the disciples afterwards. So I think it's up to you. If this is your path, this is what we do. If it's not, then you have to seek your guru. But the guru only comes when the disciple's ready. That's the point you have to remember. I don't care how much seeking you do. You have to really be ready to take the guru into your heart and take the discipline and love the guru and do his teachings and serve the guru. And there's so much to it that we're at the tip of the iceberg with understanding guru-disciple relationship. So be sincere in your seeking.
Thank you, Dhanaji. We have just 1 minute, but let me squeeze another live question. So as it was mentioned earlier that Yogananda ji took Kriya many times from his father and Yukteswar ji and so on. And so how does one decide that what is the right or who's the right guru to take the Kriya from?
If you're on this path, you take it from the Acharya that's been authorized and blessed to give it by Swamiji or Jyotishan Devi ji. If you're on another path, you have to go with that. I don't know what the other paths would say. It's very subtle. It's ordained by God. So you can't change these things that are ordained by God. If you're supposed to get Kriya here, you'll get it. If you're supposed to get it elsewhere, you will. I had it before, but then my true teacher was Swamiji. And, that was since 1978. That's a long time. How many people stay on a path that long? Not many. They go to one guru and I didn't get what I want, go to another guru. Oh, he didn't give me what I want. Go to another guru. Oh, he's dead. I go to somebody else. And somebody said that master was dead. I don't have time to tell the whole story, but then he said, he came to someone and said, this person said, Yogananda's your guru, not this other guru. And he says, no, he's dead. And the person said, no, you're dead. He's not dead. You're the one who's dead. So think about it. I mean, these gurus, if you don't, I mean, do you feel the presence of God? Is God dead? No. God comes through instruments. Guru comes through instruments. But you have to be ready for that. It's a subtle teaching, I would admit. It's taken me a long time to get anywhere really on the path. I mean, after all these decades, the beginning was just, I mean, learning how to be disciplined, basically. Learning how to get up in the morning, learning how to keep a sadhana, learning how to energize. There's a lot of learning. Then at a certain point you go, hey, I'm really learning something important. So I think it's up to the disciple. A true disciple, God gives you the guru and you stick with the guru for eternity, not one lifetime, eternity. God bless you all. Thank you, Natindra.